Greetings, user. Neural link established. Ready for takeoff.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Osu World Cup 2020. We are here in the final stage losers bracket. We got an interesting match on our hands, Brazil versus Japan. I am BTMC and I'm joined with my co-host, Monko2K. Yo, Monko, how's it going, man?
What's up? I'm feeling awesome. This match is going to be awesome.
Dude, I'm hoping at least. Japan versus Brazil. Very, very interesting lineup. All right, Brazil has been showing themselves to be absolutely incredible through the run through the losers bracket, but Japan not too bad as well. You got any stats on this?
Nothing too crazy. Everybody knows by now Brazil is having the run of their lives at the moment. I think they have not gotten this far in OWC in previous years. As you all know, they 6-0'd South Korea last time. South Korea being the second place winner of the last OWC. So I don't think anybody was really expecting that. They've definitely come with a lot more firepower this year. And same can be said for Japan. They haven't gone this far since 2014 when they won. And now they're both here in the losers bracket due to some unfortunate circumstances, and one of them's gonna go home.
It's so sad. We literally have two gigantic powerhouses here. It's true. They are basically setting brand new records here for themselves, for their own countries. But unfortunately, due to them being in the losers bracket, one of them is going to be eliminated. Absolutely eliminated. I'm really hoping for this match to be a close one, dude. I really am.
Yep, I am thinking this is going to be very close. Stat-wise, these two teams are pretty well balanced across the board. I would say Brazil has a slight edge on hidden and definitely on speed, but if you saw last week's match, you'll know that Japan is no slouch at speed, even though they did kind of get whooped by Canada. Canada's really good at speed. Japan's also good at speed. Maybe not quite as good. Maybe better than Brazil, maybe not. We'll see. Now, traditionally, I think both of these teams don't really have centered skill sets. Like, you don't have 4 god-tier speed players. You have maybe 2 or 3 plus a fill. So I think we're going to be seeing quite a bit of free mod in this match.
I would agree on that. I think we're finally getting to the stage where a lot of the teams are finally starting to get hit with the sort of outscaling of the map pool. Lots of maps are actually starting to push players to their limits, really, and players are finally starting to really realize, okay, these maps are pretty hard. We got a couple players who are actually able to play them, but on some players, we're going to have to just try our best to fill in what we got.
Yeah, the map pool difficulty has certainly gotten higher, especially this year. I think, in my opinion, compared to the Grand Finals pool last year, some of these maps are quite a bit harder. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you're familiar with last year's pool, but yeah.
I remember the finals last pool had Anger Fire as the tiebreaker, but I don't really remember anything else outside of that. That tiebreaker was awesome, by the way.
Yep. And we get a return mapper, Isomer D'Angelo. He mapped Hard Rock 3. Maybe we'll get to see that today.
Oh, yes.
But getting into the bans. And Japan opting to ban speed, just like they did last match, going for that Nomad 5 ban. That's the finger control, stamina intensive map. Off the board.
Dude, I cannot understand. Like, when I was... Okay, so I'm in the OWC myself under the USA team. That map, Nomad 5, is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. During the showcase, we saw Red Pixel SS that map just for the showcase. But when I was practicing it myself, holy lord, how does he do it? How does he do it? That's a completely understandable ban from Japan, all right? Because that map is absolutely ridiculous.
Yep, I'd definitely say it favored Brazil more so than Japan. Japan has a couple players who can be expected to do reasonably well on it, but Brazil, with players like Mistia and Nissan, is probably not somebody you want to be playing that map against.
Oh, yeah. Coming with bans from Brazil now, we do have Hard Rock 1 and Nomad 1. It seems like they're opting to absolutely purge AIM out of this match.
That is also a relatively expected ban. Japan has been doing very well on Nomad 1 and Hard Rock 1 through the entire tournament. And if they didn't ban those, you'd probably expect them to pick them sooner or later. But they are off the table now, and looks like Brazil just wants to have a go at some of these speed picks and a lot of these weird tech picks. As for Japan's second ban, I'm gonna guess they're gonna ban another DT, or not another DT, another speed map.
If they're going on the axis of speed, 100% double time does seem to be the way to go in terms of speed, just raw speed. DT2 is definitely a good contender. 240 BPM or roughly 240 BPM streams, bursts, couple of doubles. But then again, there's also DT3, 270 BPM. But if you're pretty good at alt, you can pretty much handle it.
All right, Ed, you're a new up-and-coming DT player. Which of these DTs is the hardest?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's the thing. All right, I'm pretty new when it comes to double time in general. All right, and all 4 of these double times are unique in their own respective ways. With DT1, it definitely pushes aim and a little bit of a couple of bursts littered throughout it. DT2, a lot more stamina heavy, I would argue. DT3, really pushing the speed, 270 BPM, but if you're good at alt, you might be able to handle it. And DT4 is raw finger control, doubles, quads, triples, relentless. All right, absolutely relentless when it comes to finger control. When it comes to me, though, when I'm taking a look at these maps, I would personally purge DT3 out of this pool because I'm terrible at alt. All right, but when it comes to Japan, it seems like they are banning the raw stamina map, double time 2.
Yep, and that'll be it for the bans. Japan banning 2 speed picks, Brazil banning 2 aim picks. Exactly what I expected.
Oh, speaking of expectations, all right, I'm sure a lot of people have been participating in the pick'ems. What are your predictions for this match?
I think Brazil is going to have a slight edge in this match. There is a chance that Japan wins, but I think overall Brazil is just going to have a better time on most of the pool that isn't banned. But we could definitely see things go the other way, especially on a lot of these tech picks. And we're going to see the first pick come out, Nomad 2. Last time Japan fell flat on the Nomad 2. That was actually the last map of the match. And not going to lie, they did not do so hot on that. We'll see if things are different this time around. But this map's a little bit insane. Idke came to the board. He's like, you know what? I want a Nomad 2. I don't want anything in this map but streams, and I'm going to make them myself. So this is exactly what he wants. 2 minutes, 200 BPM. Whole thing is streams.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm a huge fan of this map. All right, I love this map. This map is amazing. Guys, honesty, it is perfect.
Diff name, background, everything. Perfect. Musical masterpiece.
My lord.
But yep, definitely a wise pick from Brazil on paper. Even though you don't typically think of Brazil as the Nomad 2 team with super stream stamina and flow aim, they have proven themselves to be quite adaptable on this sort of thing, especially versus Japan. Even though Japan does sport the mega stream player himself, Barbalian, he has been known to falter every now and then. And he can't carry all alone on this map, I don't think.
That's right.
Could be wrong. This map is kind of solo carryable. There's a lot of streams where if you just fall off, you might end up missing the whole thing, especially under pressure, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, see, the thing is, with the streams on this map, it really requires a lot of consistency and control. Just one tiny slip-up will cause you to basically note lock on the entirety of the stream, and that'll basically punish you not only in terms of your combo through a break, but also in just accuracy, which can be a huge factor in a map like this, where it's just consistent throughout. Just 200 BPM, which normally, for most players, would be pretty comfortable at this level.
Yup. Stream Pro said it himself. Take his word for it. And just adding on to that, missing a whole stream in this is going to be quite bad. It's only 2 minutes long. That's a pretty significant portion of accuracy and combo lost. You'll see what I mean.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes doesn't really sound like it's too long. All right, so every single combo is going to matter, and it starts off pretty slow, so you have plenty of time to really get into it.
It's also not very much room for breaks here in this map, if I recall correctly. I played it once, it was pretty painful.
Yep, pretty consistent difficulty. Just slowly rising up with the spacing and then going back down and then rising up again. If you practice it, you definitely know what's going to happen.
But looking at these lineups, seems pretty good. I think this is more or less what Japan played on their last match on the Nomad 2. Maybe swapped Roll Pan for someone else. Can't quite remember, but pretty good. And into the first map we go real soon here. Maybe just Nissan.
Seems like we're having some technical difficulties, but that is okay. We are now getting into it. Let's go.
Okay.
Now, I'm really interesting. Like, I'm going to have my eyes on Japan's team, Varvalian. All right. Many of us know Varvalian as an absolutely incredible stream player. Not just stream player, but specialization, space streams, and raw speed. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. He's been doing insane things lately in terms of just like overall scores in the ranking system. So you would probably expect him to also be the one to perform. But unfortunately, as you mentioned last week in Japan's last match, they weren't doing too hot.
Yep, but put that aside, they are doing better. I think, yeah, definitely compared to last time. This far into the map, I think they had already had a few breaks, and whatever. Dallas just did exactly what we were talking about earlier, missing quite a few notes there. Roll Pan dropping his combo as well. Meanwhile, on the side of Brazil, just Mistia with the early break, and Hyphen dropping his combo is going to leave Varvalian, the sole FC on Japan already. And already we're halfway into the map. Yeah, I'd say things are not looking terribly great for Japan. I mean, they're not doing poorly. They're playing the map reasonably well. They just happen to have found some combo breaks, and here comes the stream.
The big spacing. Seems like everyone was able to hit it, but it's not going to end just there. It doesn't
just
stop.
want to point out 2 double S's over on Brazil, and Varvalian dropping his combo is going to pretty much end the map there. No combos left. No full combos left on Japan. Meanwhile, Brazil still running like 2 1x100s. Okay, make it 1 and a double S on Mouse Easy. I think they knew what they were doing picking this. Nissan does drop his full combo, but dang, man. Like, this map is not easy.
But then again, Mouse Easy makes it look like it's easy.
Oh, I found a 100. Oh, they found misses. No FCs this time around, but that was definitely a very nice performance from Brazil. They're going to win the first map by 1 million points. Wow.
Well, that's one way to start off the match. An amazing pick from Brazil. Definitely knew what they were going for.
Yep, every single player on Brazil beat every single player on Japan. Of course, was Brazil's pick. You can expect these things to happen. But Japan now needs to make a response.
I'm gonna Japan's pick.
Hazard a guess at some free mod right away. I've just got this feeling, you know.
Sometimes your feelings can definitely be correct. I mean, if you're taking a look at the map pool in general, all right, put yourself in Japan's shoes. All right, you're up against Brazil. What do you do against them? You know some of your players are starting to get skill capped by the map pool, all right? What's the best way to really circumvent that? If you have a couple of players who can excel at certain maps, but a couple of players who just need a little bit of extra room, free mod is definitely the way to go. You only need 2 mods and the rest of your team can just chill.
And scratch that. We're going Hard Rock 3.
All right.
All right, this is the alt map, the Hard Rock 3 alt map. I mean, you could single tap it. It's not that fast. But I don't think anybody here is going to be doing that. I think the only country that would ever do that is Australia. They're kind of crazy. But they're gone now. So, let's see what happens. Roll Pan going to be swapping for Iger. And Mistia dropping out as well.
I'm actually going to be curious, all right, because you did mention, all right, this is considered an alt map, but if you are fast enough, you could try single tapping it. I believe it levels around 270, something like that. So if you are a speed player, you could actually opt for single tapping it, and maybe it might make you more consistent. But the thing that a piece of difficulty that does stick out are the 1/3 string sections where it's like divided into like triples, but they're not triples, right? They're actually one stream, but they look like triples, but it plays like a stream, right? It's really cool, really cool. But it also sucks to play if you're not prepared for stuff like that.
I think everyone's gonna be prepared. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna eat my words real soon. Probably. We'll see.
I mean, if Japan picked this, I would hope that they're prepared. All right.
Yeah, I think. I don't remember if they picked Hard Rock against Canada. I don't think they did, but it's kind of strange that they didn't. If they didn't, and now we're gonna get to see how their Hard Rock is this late into the tournament.
Oh yes.
Just want to note, these 4 players have been noted for their aim consistency overall in general. Iger especially, he basically only plays multiplayer. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh,
think
I
his
did not
top
know
plays
that.
are from multiplayer, so he's just kind of an aim star. Meanwhile, over on Brazil, you know the story. Mistia, Korea Maluko, Mouse Easy, Aim Gods. Although historically Mouse Easy has not been the best at Hard Rock, but I think he's gotten a lot better. I'm speaking from 2018 terms. It's been quite a while now. And, okay, well, shaky start for Delis and Mouse Easy, and Hyphen. Wow.
Yeah, this map is rough.
Already getting quite turbulent.
Yep, it goes straight into it. Right off the bat, you can see those 1/3 streams I was talking about. Every single player seems to be doing pretty well on it, though. Let's go.
Nobody single tap. Oh, just kidding. Korea Maluko kind of single tapping. He single tapped one pattern. Look at him go.
The
Such a single
Speedman
tapping
himself.
representative. But yeah, aside from those early breaks, looks like everybody has more or less recovered by now. Still a slight combo advantage for Brazil, just because Japan got 2 early breaks and Brazil got 1 on Mouse Easy.
Yep, lots of combos have finally stabilized, but this again, this is the slow section. Lots of areas to literally just to gather us some free combo. Unfortunately, Korea Maluko
Ooh, and Tusk as well. That is going to be pretty big. Yeah, if Japan now has a very sizable combo advantage. Jealous does drop, but they still have basically 1 FC advantage against Brazil. Gonna need to make it count here. Still 2/3 of the map left, so they're not out of the woods yet. Just need to build as much score as possible on these sections. And Misty actually dropping his combo as well. And suddenly Mouse Easy is the only person with a combo on Brazil.
Oh, Brazil has found themselves in what I like to say a sticky situation.
Okay, Marvalian and Hyphen do find breaks. It's just Iger versus Mouse Easy now, and actually Mouse Easy is winning based on accuracy, but
I thought that was interesting. On the first 1/3 section, every single player hit it, but then we start seeing so many drops on the second one. Maybe the pressure is starting to build on the players.
definitely starting to build, approaching the halfway point. Mouse Easy finds a break. It's just Iger now left on the board in the with the combo. This is a piece of cake for him. You know, he does this all the time.
0 combos on Brazil. Like you mentioned, Iger. 4-digit combo, the only lasting combo on Japan. But with that combo, they're going to be absolutely stealing this pick.
Yeah, I think Japan's Hard Rock is starting to shine through. You know, Brazil, not bad at Hard Rock, not bad at all. But Japan is another beast on this mod. At least Iger is. Like, look at him go. And of course, you've got Marvalian and the likes. Hyphen also building a pretty nice combo up to this point as well. And at this point, there's not really anything that can happen to shift this back in favor of Brazil. Just gonna watch for a while, see what Iger can do. Can he bring out this 93% full combo? Maybe. I think he's looking good.
I do want to point out Marvalian's accuracy. Consistently throughout this map, like, his accuracy has just been amazing compared to everyone else's. 97% doesn't sound too high, but when you compare it to the likes of 93% around on multiple players here, it's pretty impressive.
Yep. Definitely accuracies across the board, just very low in general, and Iger actually is gonna get the full combo. Wow.
That's a nice score right there. That's a very nice
94.47 when you see it. But yeah, that is going to be a very clean pick from Japan, putting them up to 1 point versus Brazil's 1. Still no break points. All is good in the world. Next to pick is Brazil. And yeah, I think based off of that, I can rule Hard Rock out of the pick potential for Brazil. I don't think they're going to want to go for that at all, given what just conspired down here.
Fortunately for them, since Hard Rock 1 was taken out of the pool, there's only one Hard Rock that's remaining in it. So if they are really weak on the Hard Rock game, there's not really that much to worry about.
Okay, no time wasted. They're going straight for speed.
Oh, they were prepared for this one.
Yep, this is your, you said it was the hardest for you?
Yep, it's fast, dude. It is super fast.
It is definitely fast.
It says it's 180, but it's around 270 BPM. Yep, it's
That's fast. 180 no mod. Yeah, but Japan? I don't know. Chan Koma, definitely a good pick to bring in here. He's the Click X god. He can stream 270 with 2 hands.
Wait,
all is good.
Did you mention Click X? As
mouse,
in, like, mouse click
plus X.
What?
Yep. So you're just gonna, do that to these bursts. I think this map is especially good for him because the bursts aren't, spaced. They're just perfect stacks, basically.
Yeah, basically. It really just tests that raw speed. There's some back-to-back triples, but it's mainly just like the combination of just a single tap 270 BPM, like single tap section, and the burst. You just got to have speed. That's it.
Yep, this is the speed map. And over on Brazil, we are going to be seeing Sandy come in place of Korean Maluko. Still running Nissan and Mistia. As you would expect, those are Brazil's key speed players, as well as Mouse Easy. Meanwhile, over on Japan, Delis and Barbalian, also quite good at this sort of thing on occasion. Maybe today, maybe not, we'll see. And Hyphen, I think he played some speed for Japan in the last match, and he was actually quite good at it. So this is going to be a promising map for the viewer.
Oh yeah, the speed map. Pretty scary. Japan probably not going to be looking too hot in comparison, but they definitely have a lineup to at least give their best shot.
I would say they could definitely surprise us here. I mean, of course, Brazil is picking this, so you'd expect them to be very confident on it, but, Japan is no slump at this kind of thing. Okay, getting into the map, and there's already been a couple of breaks. Nothing important. I don't even know if they were real breaks. I don't think they were. But, telltale signs of people who can't burst 270. Really low accuracy immediately, but nobody has that, really. Everybody is just doing completely fine. I mean, Hyphen's kind of struggling behind a little bit, 94%, but it's so early into the map it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, with a map like this, especially with such a fast start, we're going to see a lot of fast speed breaks. But as the map starts to kick in, we do see 2 breaks from Delis and Mouse Easy. Oh, also from Nissan.
That's actually combo advantage in favor of Japan. And this map is not long at all, so they are going to build the score lead real quick here.
Nissan also finding another break. We should expect to see the score lead slowly shift in favor of Japan, but the accuracy lead that Brazil has is just keeping them in the lead.
Ooh, Nissan finding... Oh, never mind. Client's having a little bit of fun here. I thought Hyphen broke. He did not. Sanjalift actually did break. I think that's a real... No, he didn't. I don't know what's going on.
Hopefully the tournament client is starting to recover. It seems like it is, and we can finally take a look at the score lead. Brazil is still holding on.
Yeah, looking across the board, it is still fairly even. There is 2 FCs on the side of Japan versus the 1 on Sanjalift for Brazil, though Mouse Easy and Nissan have built up pretty decent combos at this point. Still a third of the map to go. Oh, and Hyphen breaking there is going to shift combo advantage over in favor of Brazil. They still hold the score lead. Barbalian finding a break as well, and Koma finding the miss. I think is going to be the final nail in the coffin here. Mouse Easy now on 750 combo. Nissan not far behind on 600 with a quarter of the map left, and pretty nice score lead. See, like I said, Japan did not get slaughtered on this, like you might have expected. but
yeah, they definitely showed that they had like the ability, but it was just not enough.
Still not enough. Yeah, it could have happened. I think if Barvalian and Hyphen found breaks in slightly different places, like see, they're playing the end of this map just fine. Dallas even on 1,000 combo. Yeah, some things happened a little bit differently. Japan definitely could have taken this one, but in the end, Brazil, law of averages, is going to win this one out.
What I do want to point out is Brazil's accuracy. It's absolutely insane. Their lowest accuracy was only like 96%, and that was high 96. Meanwhile, in Japan, we're seeing stuff like 89%, 90%. Like, dude, Brazil is definitely a lot more comfortable. But Japan, with their combos, they almost managed to bring it back. It's just, like you said, it just wasn't enough.
And Japan is going to go straight for another Hard Rock pick. That is the whole Hard Rock pool picked by Japan, or banned at this point.
It's the last Hard Rock.
Yep, this is the high CS map. I don't actually know if Brazil is good at high CS. Maybe.
I don't really have much information on this.
Come on, you played against some of these players in the past year.
Unfortunately, I'll tell you something. I'm not really too familiar when it comes to a lot of players in the space. All right, I kind of just like sit in my own bubble.
All right. We'll just guess here. So Corey and Maluko, played matchmaking against him. He plays Hard Rock, and he's here. So let's take a guess here. Is he gonna be good? I think so.
In terms of Japan, we've been seeing a lot of the same players like time and time again. Usually it's Varvalian and Hyphen and Iger. We've seen multiple times as well. This time we do have a switch up. We see a blue. Okay.
Yep, that is going to be some nice additional raw aim firepower for Japan. Of course, Iger still in here, still aim star, Varvalian as you would expect. And Brazil, are they going to put Mouse Easy in? Maybe not. They're going to put Mistia. You played this map. What do you think about it?
So when it comes to small circle size, I like to be known as the human coin flip, because some days I'll just absolutely school on these maps. Other days I just absolutely perish. Well, on this map right here, I'd like to call it a dice roll. A 20-sided dice roll. Because
I think that is a very good description of this map.
Yeah, this map is insane. Super small circles, all right, super big spacing on some of the streams or bursts, however you want to call it. It's just insane, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna see real soon here. Spacing in this map's kind of crazy, especially given the CS. Overall, though, the map is not anything terribly frightening for these players.
Yeah, it definitely makes up in speed. It's only 186 BPM, so it's pretty comfortable for most players, I would argue. But it really just pushes the spacing and the circle size.
Yep. And here we go. Final lineups here: Nissan, Mistia, Tusk, Corey, Maluko for Brazil, and Iger, Hyphen, Dallas for Valiant. Looks like A Blue actually dropped out at the last minute there. Dallas coming in place of him. He's been playing quite well, so not a bad trade, I'd assume.
Nothing to fix if it ain't broken.
Yup. Okay, let's see who's ready for this. Varvalian was not ready. He missed the second node of the map. Nissan dropping his combo as well. And yeah, here you go. Here's some circles, some flow aim. Already cutting down the FC numbers to 2 to 3. Barely into the map. But trust me, things are going to get much harder real soon here. Of course, the players are going to be more well acquainted to high CS as we go on. Varvalian finding another slider break.
That's a really interesting break right there, because it was during the slow section.
Yeah, he's he shakes a lot, but somehow he can still play high CS. I don't really understand. I mean, right now he's not doing too great. Iger dropping his combo as well. That's just going to be Hyphen. Should not have said anything. No combos left on Japan going into this. And it's just Corey and Maluko with the combo actually across the board. Brazil finding 3 misses as well. And that one combo is going to pay dividends. gonna
yes.
see real soon here. He is
Korean
just
Maluko.
gonna collect score.
Yeah, this guy's going backpack mode, dude.
Yep, no real response over on the Japanese side, but still half of the map to go. Plenty of time for Varvalian to get more suited into things.
Hyphen and Varvalian have pretty much stabilized. They're starting to build up supporting combos. But if they want anything to change, they need Korean Maluko to break.
Yeah, right now this score lead is just being made up by Korean Maluko, and as he goes on, he's going to shift things even more. How long can he hold on? Varvalian does find another combo break, as does Hyphen and Delis. It's just Iger with the combo, but he's being countered out by Mistia. So,
This is insane, dude.
yeah, I don't know how this guy is holding on so strong. Oh, just as I say that, he finds a miss. But still, perfectly fine. About 200,000 score gap between the two teams, with Mistia still holding on to the combo. Countered out by Iger. But things are slowly going to shift in favor of Japan here as we enter the last quarter of the map.
Yeah, time is slowly running out. The score is slowly shifting, but is there enough time? I would argue against it.
All eyes on Iger and Misty at this point. If either one of them is to find a break at this part, it's going to seal the deal, but they are looking so confident on these. Maybe
Iger with the shakes as well.
Not the best word, but they are hitting things, and Iger is going to be the one to fall. Misty is still holding on to 800 combo, is going to secure the point for his team. It's actually going to get more score than Korean Maluko. But yeah, that is going to be the first breakpoint of the match. Barely winning it by 150k, Brazil is going to take a third point off the backs of Mistia and Korean Maluko. That was very good, quite frankly.
That's a pretty
Maluko
crazy
holding
breakpoint.
on through the first half, and Mistia holding on through basically the last 3 quarters. Meanwhile, Iger, valiant effort, but not enough to secure the point for his team. Japan is going to need to win one of Brazil's picks now in order to at least secure a tiebreaker. But what does Brazil pick now? I'm gonna guess speed.
I mean, that seems like a plausible conclusion. All right, it seems like Japan's run of Hard Rock is finally over, and towards the end on that last pick, it just wasn't really going for them. It just wasn't really going for them. Although they got some combos that were definitely showing some promise, Brazil just had the combos to match and even go above and beyond. That would result in the first breakpoint.
Yep, looking at the remainder of the pool, I think besides DT4, I think things are going to start to get really close here across all these maps. I don't think any of these maps really truly favors one team over the other by a significant margin. But of course, DT4 being there, I think Brazil is just probably going to pick that pretty soon, if not right now. And then we've got, you know, the whole free mod pool, which is yet to be touched. Same with the hiddens, actually. Pretty surprising.
I'm actually interested to see if Fremont 3 will ever get picked, because when I was practicing the pool myself, I've noticed that map in particular is just so difficult. Probably one of the most difficult maps in this entire pool.
It's a very strange map.
Something
Not really
completely
used
unexpected.
to that style of mapping from Mazarin.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess-
what I was about to say. Mazda normally you would see as like the super fast, condensed stream man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
But-
we're not playing Fremont 3 here. We
Yep.
are opting for double time 1. At least Brazil is.
Yeah, this is a curious pick from Brazil. I think this is probably the least speed-intensive map in the double time pool, and it brings out some new players. I mean, Iger, of course, Hyphen and Iger, your aim stars, raw aim stars across the board. Gonna be playing this one, of course. Varvalian actually coming in, and A-Blue. This is basically one of A-Blue's specialties, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Plays quite a bit of double time, and well, this is double time, and it's all aim. Although there are some pretty fast bursts, nothing too scary, and should be manageable by everybody.
It's all based off your comfortability with the high approach rate. AR 10.3. That's what this map is. If you're able to read the map correctly and you have the speed for it, which I believe is around 260, something around there, shouldn't be too bad. It's a pretty standard map, I would argue. Lots of people have seen maps of this sort of style.
Brazil gonna be coming out with probably Nissan, Mouse Easy, and Mistia, though. That is a very scary trio to be seeing on this sort of map. All three of them very well versed in the art of 10.3 speed and aim. And we'll see if they can capitalize on this pick. Sanjulift as well. But just like DT3, I think this one could definitely go into the hands of Japan if a few things go wrong. And like we saw on the last DT, actually, the aim sort of favored Japan. It really was just the accuracy and a little bit of unlucky timing in the end that got Brazil the win. So maybe things will be different here on this map. Or
now
maybe
as you
not.
mention it, yeah, you're right. Japan really was leading in terms of aim, but it was always their accuracy that really was always behind Brazil. We could see a toss-up here. I'm not going to rule that out. And honestly, in Japan's situation, yeah, in Japan's situation, they need a break point. They're already behind by 1.
Yep, and here we go. Everybody's loaded in. Nobody is struggling. So, good signs all around. Nobody is not used to 10.3. We're seeing less and less of that as time goes on. People are generally quite competent on 10.3 nowadays.
Except for me.
No, even you're pretty good. And Mistia is going to be finding the first break here, so aim advantage is looking to be in Japan's favor, at least in this early part. Things do pick up towards the end. And we haven't really seen any huge patterns. There's one of them. Nobody missing on it.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, slider break from Sanjulift is going to cut the FCs down to 2 for Brazil. And we're going to recover here.
Yes, it seems like the client is having some issues, but that is okay. I think the main point of difficulty we can all agree on is definitely those jumps leading into the stream. It's just that transition is just brutal. Absolutely brutal.
And actually, it's not looking like Misty is having the best of times on this map, which is quite surprising. Mouse Easy finding a break now.
Oh, that's huge. Absolutely huge.
Pick is completely backfiring on Brazil right now. It's just Nissan holding the FC, and what an FC, 99.85 over on the side of Japan. I mean, Barbalian's also got the same FC. So Japan is definitely prepared for this, like I said.
Japan is seeing green, dude. All right, their score lead is absolutely skyrocketing.
Hyphen is going to be the first to drop his combo on Japan. With only a third of the map remaining, though, plenty of breathing room for Japan here. 3 FCs on Bravalian, Eiger, and A Blue. Meanwhile, over on Brazil, just the sole FC on Nissan still. Mistia up to about 370 combo now. Oh, Bravalian finds a slider break.
Is that a real break?
Maybe? I think so. Oh, but Nissan finding a break as well. Eiger finding one just after. It's just A Blue, and how did he hit that note? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. Last quarter of the map here, and that score gap is so huge that nothing matters.
Yep, with no FCs on Brazil now, A Blue still holding on to the full combo, and Japan's massive lead. This is going to be the first break point to match Brazil's.
Yep, just as Brazil steals one from Japan, Japan steals one right back, and boy, what a steal. They're going to beat Brazil on their own pick by almost 1,000,000 points here. A Blue is not going to find the FC in the end, but it doesn't matter. Team performance was very good.
The damage has been done, and Japan will be taking this pick from Brazil.
3 million score. Nearly 3 FCs, Eiger, Barbalian, and A Blue came very close, but they did all they needed to do, and here we are, tied up in terms of picks. Of course, Japan still needs to, win their own picks from here on out. Same for Brazil. But no breakpoints. Everything's been reset.
Now we are getting into the stage of the match where there aren't really too many maps that really favor one team in particular. So I'm really expecting to see a lot more maps that are just like a lot closer. At least I would hope so.
Yep, I think that's definitely what we're going to be seeing from here. There is still DT4 on the board, which, in my opinion, favors Brazil quite heavily. But they haven't picked it yet, so I could be wrong. Maybe they're not comfortable on it. Maybe they're just saving it for an emergency pick. Who knows? We'll find out eventually.
Who knows?
But it is Japan's pick. So now they get the interesting position of picking a map that they probably don't think they have a huge advantage on. Whether that be from the three remaining nomads, all of which are just, kind of crazy, in my opinion. Or the three hiddens, all equally crazy. Even the free mods are pretty crazy. This whole pool's crazy.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
And they are going to opt for free mod. I think actually this is probably the least crazy map left in the pool. This is basically your aim free mod.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard map. A couple of perfect stacks, but if you're prepared for the map, you should be able to read it pretty fine with hidden. I think this is a really good pick for Japan, actually, because we've seen Brazil try to ban all of the aim maps out of this pool. But with this map as a free mod, honestly, still has some aim potential inside of it, but it really depends on what mods you choose. I'd say if you were to go no mod on this or even hidden, it's pretty comfortable aim, but we'll see.
Yeah, just thinking about it, I think Hyphen and Iger are going to be a really strong no-mod anchor duo for Japan on this. Dectopia, of course, resident hidden player. He's going to do his hidden things, and Barbalian loves to play hard rock.
Oh yes, I think we can safely assume Barbalian on the hard rock.
Although they could opt for Iger playing hard rock. He has been outperforming Barbalian thus far, especially on hard rock. But, up to them. Meanwhile, for Brazil, same can be said for Mouse Easy and Nissan. Really strong no-mod duo, as we've seen in previous matches. And of course, Korean Maluko, you saw earlier, was pretty dang good at hard rock.
Oh,
Same with Mistia, but I think Mistia will probably run hidden on this.
One thing I will say, this song is amazing. One of my favorite songs from this pool in general. It really seems like the poolers are starting to really take into account like music taste, and I really appreciate that.
Beast Troll MC, anime fan?
Dude, alright, anime or not, the vibes on this song take me to a higher plane, dude, I swear.
Wow. That's crazy.
It's like if you're looking to have a good time, this is the music to play, dude.
Dr. Stone soundtrack. Okay, I'll take your word for it. Actually, Brazil not going to be putting Mouse Easy in for this one, instead opting to put Louise and Tusk. I have no idea who's gonna mod, actually. I mean, I can guess Misty probably play hidden.
Yeah, I'm also confused with this lineup. Normally, I would expect to see Mouse Easy in on a pick like this.
Maybe he's in the back preparing for something else. Maybe they're gonna go for a speed pick. A speedy pick, not necessarily DT4. But, okay, actually, Tusk gonna be running the hidden for Brazil. And Mistia on the hard rock, presumably. I think that makes a lot of sense. Mistia did the best on Hard Rock 2 when it was played, and over on the side of Japan, exactly what you would expect. Rebellion, Dectopia, the modding duo for Japan, Iger, and Hyphen, anchoring no mod.
Alright, kicking things off, nothing too crazy.
Yep, I think that's going to be basically the theme for the whole map. It's a very comfortable map to play, in my opinion. I think many people would agree. And actually, Nissan is going to find a break very early on in the map.
Ooh, misread on the perfect stack, and that's with no mod alone.
Ooh, but Barbalian finding a miss on that burst in response. Still going to be an even match here. Okay, nobody missed on that. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
and just as I say that, Iger finds a break right afterwards. That's going to be combo advantage in favor of Brazil for the beginning portion here. Okay, things are starting to get a little bit crazy.
Oh my lord.
Misty drops the combo for Brazil, but he was on Hard Rock, so that's not too unexpected. Dectopia dropping his hidden FC. and it's just one FC remaining on Japan versus, I guess you could call it 3. Nissan, 100 combo behind or so. Tusk and Louise holding onto their FCs.
What's really impressive on Brazil's side is that Tusk is still holding a full combo with Hidden, and that extra multiplier does pay dividends in the long term. Oh, but he does break, and all of a sudden, his combo is gone.
Ooh, that's big. Louise finding a break. That's no full combos left for Brazil. Hyphen holding onto the full combo for Japan still into the halfway point of the map. Nissan now the highest combo. Man, I gotta shut up.
Hyphen is gone! That's all full combos now wiped from the match.
Yep, now it's just Varvaliant with the highest combo, and he's on Hard Rock. This is pretty unexpected scoreline to me. Definitely did not expect there to be no FCs at this point. Although Nissan is pretty dang close, you can give him that one.
Definitely surprised because I would see this as I would argue, quite more comfortable in comparison to a couple of the other maps in the pool. But it could be the nerves of the match. It could be just their environment.
Yeah, this is going to be very close in the end here. It's going to come down to Nissan and Varvaliant's combos, as well as Misty. Tusk finds a break. Okay, that was the biggest jump pattern in the whole map, I believe, and literally no one missed on it. What a weird thing to happen.
Yeah, it seems like most of the players are just hitting most of the hard stuff.
Yeah, Varvaliant finding a break there is going to be the nail in the coffin, though. Nissan now, a 900 combo. He's going to close it out.
Yeah, that's it, dude. That's it. That's another break point for Brazil. Oh my lord. Japan just can't get a break.
Yep, and that says pretty much what we hinted at throughout the match. Things are going to get very close, very unpredictable as we go through the pool. None of these maps are really clearly in favor of one team over the other. As you just saw, this came down to, 2 or 3 breaks again?
Right at the end really as well.
Paying too much attention to what happened to Hyphen after he broke, but looks like he did quite well. But Nissan in the end, going to with the pseudo FC, we'll call it, gonna win it for his team.
Oh yeah, Nissan's super early break. We could call it a tactical break if you choose to do so.
Yep. This is all in the mind. It's mind games. He psyched himself out and full combo the rest of the map.
Oh yes, and it really did show up. I'll tell you that. All right, his full combo was actually huge when it comes when it played to Brazil's overall score. I mean, overall as a team, Brazil still played phenomenally.
Just want to point out, Varvaliant and Misty got within 100 score of each other.
Whoa,
it's gone.
I didn't even realize that.
But yeah, that's even. Next to pick is Brazil, and I think this is where we're going to see VT4 come out, if ever. Watch me be dead wrong. Yeah, thinking about it a little bit more, I don't think Brazil would necessarily want to try free mod 1. Well, maybe. Japan's not really well known for being fantastic at low AR, whereas Brazil has got Nissan and Mouse Easy, who are well known for being quite good at low AR, especially with no mod.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty surprised that none of the hiddens have been picked yet.
I'm not that surprised. I don't think either of these teams really have super strong hidden lineups, and most of these maps are just going to be a toss-up. So if anything, they'd want to get the free mods out of the way first. But
actually, now that you mentioned that, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Hidden 2 and Hidden 3, especially, are absolutely brutal.
Yeah, same with Hidden 1. Honestly, like big streams, all decelerating, accelerating. You miss a stream, you miss the whole thing. Not a good feeling.
I actually like Hidden 1. I think it's pretty awesome. But we are going to be seeing No Mod 6. An absolute slapper of a song, I'll tell you that.
Okay, this map is difficult. 4 minutes long, alt, lots of finger control. Not in the traditional respect, like doubles and quads and whatnot. It's like, it's jazz.
Oh, yes.
The BPM's changing. It's crazy.
Different time signatures, different rhythms, different spacings, zigzags, bro. This map has everything.
Cool. Other favorite is the other jazz song, in the pool in 3. But maybe Brazil is feeling good on this one. I could definitely see Mouse Easy and Nissan being complete beasts at this. As for Japan, there's not really anyone that comes to mind when I thinking of players who are really good at this kind of thing. Actually, I'm full of nothing. Don't think Nissan's gonna be playing this one. Maybe. We haven't actually seen Dada play anything in this match. Maybe this will be his first.
His grand debut? Who knows?
Oh, looking like it. I'm actually surprised to not see Delis in for this one.
I don't know too much about Delis.
Dictopia is just a beast.
I will say, I do have this like feeling in the back of my mind that this map is going to come down to accuracy, because this map is pretty brutal when it comes to accuracy. OD 9.3, which judges how hard it is to get a 300. Accuracy is pretty tough on this map. I think it was mainly chosen, like this specific one was chosen to prevent note lock for a lot of players in case it does happen. But as a result, like different time signatures, the different rhythms, like accuracy could be huge on this map. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, there are quite a bit of 1/3 and 1/6 parts in this map. And you're going to see that really soon. It is a very long map, though. So,
one of the longest maps in the pool next to
okay,
Tiebreaker.
none of those misses were real.
There's no way.
Maybe they were.
Wait, what?
No, definitely not, right? Surely not. Okay, they were all
okay,
fake.
There we
they
go.
were all fake. Gonna say, giving me flashbacks. Anyways, things starting off quite well here. Everybody in the groove. Hyphen gonna be finding an early break. Nothing to be worried about. He's got 4 minutes of map left. But yeah, you can see what we're talking about here. Everything is just non-standard and kind of insane. And Mistia and Mouse Easy actually finding breaks. You know, I think this is going to be basically who can string together the biggest combo. That's what I think this is going to boil down to.
It could. I mean, I'll tell you, this map, it is 4 minutes, but it's pretty much the same things over and over again. I mean, these streams that you're seeing here, it's just going to keep repeating themselves 2 or 3 times. So if you're going to struggle on it once, well, you better hope that you pull things together for the next one and the next one.
Yep, at this point in the map, things are not looking terribly great for Brazil. Still an FC on Varvalian. He is absolutely eating this up. 98% accuracy as well. I think he's comfortable. Hyphen also with 650 combo. Dictopia on 400. Make that 0. Meanwhile, Brazil, kind of doing something. Just as I say that, nothing happens. Luis now the only combo left on Brazil. And still, Varvalian, look at him go.
Yeah, Varvalian putting in work on this map. Absolutely huge for Japan.
You just saw Hyphen there miss quite a few notes, despite him having a very high combo. Some of these patterns are just, you miss, and you miss the whole thing. Yeah, this is basically coming out of Varvalian.
We just saw a massive break from Brazil's side. Luis with the 700 combo now gone, but Varvalian does match it up as well.
Yeah, now spotlight on Iger. Up to 600 now, the highest, versus Mouse Easy's 400. Iger drops.
But he breaks!
Mouse Easy now the highest combo in the lobby. And actually, they're still holding onto the lead from accuracy. Dictopia, Iger, and Hyphen really not having a good time on this in terms of accuracy. Dictopia well below 90%. Iger and Hyphen hovering around 91 to 92. And Varvalian even dropping down to 93. Yeah, you weren't lying when you said this is an ACK nightmare.
Oh, yeah. And we can see a huge advantage for Brazil in terms of accuracy overall. But Mouse Easy dropping a string of notes there.
Yeah, this is still really close. Still a third of the map left, and combo advantage is now in favor of Japan. If they can make things work here, they could take it back. 50,000, 40,000 between both teams. But things definitely do not get easier as this map goes on. Like you said, very consistently difficult throughout the whole map.
And as we're getting into the final section of this map, the last quarter, Varvalian in the driver's seat, 700 combo and counting. Hyphen also with the supporting combo, but he breaks. So does Varvalian, and it just wasn't enough. Dectopia with a 500 combo now.
Still
trying to inch over
30k
the score.
difference. Mouse Easy versus Dectopia at this point. Louise also with a supporting combo. Misty as well. Oh, and Dectopia is going to be the one to fall. Mouse Easy now with the only combo at 500.
I think that's it.
Still enough time. No, there's still an 8th. There's still an 8th. If Mouse Easy finds a break really soon here, there is a chance that Japan can take this back. But time is running out. Hyphen found a break, and so did
Varvalian is also gone.
Yep. As close as it might be, I think Brazil is going to win this one out in the end. Wait, Dectopia has 900 combo. What happened?
What? What happened?
Man, I am, Wow, okay, well, in the end, Brazil's still gonna win by 100k. I don't have peripheral vision, and that's,
that
a
Dectopia
pretty
broke.
nice score line.
Was that, client shenanigans?
I think so, but I thought he missed quite a few notes. Who knows? Anyways,
I don't even know at this point.
Japan not going to be winning that one, despite some pretty gnarly combos across the board. Brazil now up to 5 points.
Yeah, it actually seems like Japan was actually leading. Like, just looking at the score screen right now, Japan really was leading in terms of raw combos alone, but Brazil's overall accuracy just being that much better, it really helped them in the long run.
Yep. And into the pick phase we go again. What does Brazil pick based off of what just happened? It's not Brazil's pick, it's Japan's pick. What does Japan pick based on what just happened?
I don't know what they're going to pick, but whatever they do pick, better work. Because Brazil right now is leading by 3 points. 3 points.
Yeah, this is starting to look quite scary for Japan. The tournament life is on the line. They are going to need to win this match if they want to make it into the top 4. But they've still got some things to play with. They've got Nomad 3, which I don't think they'd ever pick. I don't think anybody is going to pick Nomad 4. And still 2 free mods. Japan, historically, quite a big fan of free mods, but as we just saw on free mod 2, doesn't always work out in their favor, despite how close it was.
I think we should definitely mention Brazil still has DT4. They're still sitting on it, man.
Yeah. Okay. Japan opting to go for Nomad 3.
The alt map. Except this one's crazy, dude.
Yes. This is a Russian mapping. I love it.
Would you call this as like movement mapping in a way?
I don't know. I'm not really up to date with my terms. I don't think I can comment on that. But the Tech Desk is a Russian mapper, so I think I'm objectively correct.
Well, I will say,
think
like,
he is.
the overall style of map, it really treads that fine line between wanting, as a player, to either snap on the patterns or just flow aim through. I mean, the speed makes you want to just flow aim through many of these patterns, but the spacing changes makes you want to snap in a way. It's so weird.
Yeah, I think... I don't know, actually. We'll have to see what people opt for in this. Same deal with Hard Rock 3. Don't think there's going to be any single tappers, even though you could have some. I think in Australia versus Germany, there were 3 people single tapping this map in Australia. I mean, this is 1 BPM higher. And I don't think Korean Maluko... Was it Korean Maluko who was single tapping? I think it was. In the Hard
I think
Rock
so,
3.
yes.
Yeah, he is not here. Japan not going to be making any roster swaps this time around. Maybe this time they can get a little bit luckier with stringing together larger combos than they did on Nomad 6. This map is also kind of similar to Nomad 6 in that regard. I don't really expect anybody to be FCing this. Just going to be seeing some moderately high combos across the board, probably.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if anyone full comms this map. This map is really consistently difficult, but the overall difficulty is just massive. Alright, and we're getting into it. Louise is the first one to break, but it's still early on in the match, or early on in the map. Not too much to worry about.
Yep, looking like everybody is really quite comfortable in this one. Hyphen even holding on to misses.
And now Hyphen is gone. Vermilion is gone. Oh my lord, dude, that's a massive break. He got a stream of misses, which is not only going to destroy his combo, but his accuracy, 96%. That's not good, dude.
Yeah, this is already not looking terribly great for Japan. Brazil, on the other side of things, still holding on to 3 FCs, plus Luiz's high combo. And just Dectopia and Eiger left to fend for Japan. Still plenty of map left. And things only just now starting to pick up here. Probably going to be seeing some combo breaks on the side of Brazil soon here. And we do indeed find one on Luiz, but Eiger drops his combo as well. Just going to be Dectopia left with a combo on Japan.
Luis has also broken earlier as well, so it's not going to affect their overall team that much. Mouse Easy still with a massive combo along with Mistia. It's 2 versus 1. Dectopia being the only...
Now 2.
Oh, there it is. I didn't even see Nissan.
Yep, he's still kicking. Yeah, not anymore. Just Mistia now. It's actually now favored in favor of Japan. Wow, what a way for things to go. Mistia versus Dectopia now on the full combos. Hyphen with nothing. Oh my god.
And we're only
How
now
can this be
approaching
possible?
we're only now at the halfway point.
Yeah, it's combo advantage in favor of Japan off the back of Eiger, Vivalion, and Dectopia. All eyes on Mistia and Dectopia. It's whoever breaks first here that's gonna make or break this map. And still, Brazil with a slight score lead. It's going to get smaller as time progresses. Now in this last quarter of the map.
One thing I do want to point out, even though Dectopia still is full comboing, Mistia has a full combo with 98%.
Oh, no he doesn't! No he doesn't!
No way!
Mistia missing on the slow part. Dectopia now the only full combo on the board. He's going to run away with this score, and things are going to come back in favor of Japan any second now.
Wait, no, that didn't happen, did it?
No, it happened. It happened. They're going to take this point.
What? And Mistia's just falling apart. He's frustrated. He's mad. Dectopia's just running away with this.
Eiger does find a break, but Varvalion is there to hold us back, and Dectopia, of course, still holding on to the full combo. They are going to win this pick. Japan is still in it to fight.
Wait a second. Is Dectopia actually about to full combo this? There's no way.
I think so.
Not on a map like this. This map is brutal. This map is absolutely ridiculous.
Gets harder. Zigzags. Big, long sliders with stuff. He did it.
What? That's
Dectopia,
insane.
the sole FC of the match. Japan actually going to win that one by 400,000, despite how close it was towards the end there.
That is insane.
That was a massive team performance from Japan. Everybody getting above 500k. And meanwhile, over on Brazil, only Mistia and maybe Nissan? I don't know what's happening to him now, but really, all eyes on Dectopia. That was a monster performance from him.
Dude, I agree. Dectopia really stood up, but my brain cannot fathom what happened to Mistia. Everything was looking great for him. 98.5% full combo, and then it just crumbles.
Yep, that's the pressure of the stage we're at, the scenario of the tournament, but actually not really too bad, all things considered. That was Japan's pick, and Brazil does now have an opportunity to tie things up here. Not tie things up, but secure the match point. They've still got that DT4, keep in mind.
That's true. That is very true.
Although now I'm starting to suspect that maybe they're just not as comfortable on it as I would have imagined.
I'd like to think overall, like since it does mainly push like sort of finger control, speed, that sort of area, I'd like to say it still favors Brazil, but overall as the map, it is extremely brutal. Doubles, quads, triples, relentless.
The only reason I'm saying it's in favor of Brazil really is because I know there's a couple people on that team who really play this stuff. As for Japan, I don't really think even their best speed players, I don't think they really do too much in terms of finger control in general. But yeah, could be surprised by some new players, cough, hyphen, cough, and Brazil is going to be picking team on 3. I'd say this is a pretty safe pick for them.
And we see Fremont 3, what I would argue as one of the hardest maps, if not the hardest map in this map pool. Mazin really went off on this one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I think this map is annoying to play. The sliders are just in places that you don't want them to be. And there's ticks in them, so you gotta follow them.
It's not just the location, brother. All right, these sliders literally zoom across the entire screen. It is insane. Sonic speed, dude.
We're gonna see how these players are gonna fare on this. Actually surprised to see Iger sub out for, I think, the first time in this match. Maybe? I don't have a brain anymore, so I can't really remember. But Blue is gonna come in.
Whether or not that is true, he has definitely been a long-standing player for many of their rosters. That's for sure. Varvalian, I believe, has played for every single map, though. Overall, not performing too bad.
So it's getting late here. I'm losing my mind. Late as in 10:30 p.m. I mean a.m.
True.
But Brazil, now with the God Squad of no-mod players, Mouse Easy and Nissan, I think Misty is gonna play hidden if Korean Maluko's in for this one, which he is. I never actually thought about how this map would be on Hard Rock, and I'm a little bit scared, gonna be honest. Actually, what do you play on this? You play no mod? Play Hard Rock? Play hidden?
So the thing is, all right, when I was playing this map at least, all right, I was thinking, okay, Hard Rock is probably the way to go, all right. When I was first trying it out, I was assuming it was like a stream map, so I was like, all right, Mazda stream, not a problem. And then I saw all the sliders, I'm like, okay, maybe Hard Rock was not the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I tried no mod, and then no mod was like, wait a second, all right, the density is pretty big, not so comfy, all right. Hidden wasn't going to fix that at all. So honestly, I think the conclusion is the bench.
Ah, I see. Well, whatever it is, here we are. And actually, Nissan is going to be playing hidden. I don't know why I didn't expect that. He's a hidden player. He plays hidden. These things add up.
Hidden players.
But so far, so good. Nobody tripping up on these fast sliders. You can see them. Look at those. Okay, Nissan and Korean Maluko tripping up on those fast sliders.
Breaks all over the place. Dectopia Nissan as well, yes.
I don't know what's happening right now. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here's these sliders in places you don't want them to be if you're a player. And there's just no FCs besides Mouse Easy now.
Mouse Easy goes. Look at this dude.
He's perfectly fine with those. You know, he's content. It's like, you know, Mazarin, throw whatever you want at me. I've played this game for 1 billion years. I can hit any note in any part of the screen whenever I feel like it. And he's just going to run away with this combo. He's going to build this score lead. And that's all there is to say about it. Dictopia is not having a fantastic time down there in the lower left-hand side of the screen, hovering around 89% accuracy. See, Japan in general is just not having a great time with accuracy in this whole match.
Yeah, Mouse Easy is really just going backpack mode right now, dude. All right, I'd like to say that Japan really has a chance, but there's like no supporting combos or no potential combos to really match Mouse Easy. Mouse Easy is just running away, and now reaching the halfway point, what can you do?
Yeah, this is looking really bad for Japan. Hyphen being countered out by Misty as well. There's really just nothing on the table to counter Mouse Easy. If he doesn't break, Brazil just wins this one. But still, some time in the map left. The map does not get significantly easier. I don't think it gets easier at all, actually. That being said, Japan is still struggling to find combos on the slow part.
That's true. I'd like to say that Hyphen really could bring things back, but he's being completely matched by Mistia. Brazil is not giving Japan any sort of lead.
Dictopia does now have 500 combos, so there is some opportunity for something to happen there, but Mouse Easy is going to need to break really soon.
Time is running out. A quarter of the map left. Mouse Easy still full comboing. Absolutely insane score. If he full combos this, that seals the deal, dude. This is done.
Yep, he's going. He is going.
I feel bad for Varvalian, though. Having to tank the Hard Rock on a map like this is not a good time. He's trying his best. Korean Minuko also on the Brazil side, also with Hard Rock, but he seems to be a little bit more comfortable.
Yep, this is going to be a shutout. Mouse Easy is just going to do this. Good to go. Even Mystia's doing very well, but completely overshadowed by the man full comboing that map.
Oh
countering,
my lord. Tablet players are crying. Mouse Easy absolutely demolishes Japan.
The hero of Brazil. Mystia with a 1 miss as well. Fun fact. But yeah, that's the Brazilian response to Dectopia's FC in the last map.
This is ridiculous, dude.
Not much
I
to
cannot
say.
fathom this.
That was brilliant from him.
Dude, this map, I would argue that this map is literally like the hardest map in this pool, and Mouse Easy just full combo this. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. How is Brazil doing this? They are now on match point.
Yep, Japan is going to need to win 4 picks in a row to take this match now. 3 to take it to tiebreaker at least. And this is a very tough spot for them to be in, because DT4, cough, cough. Although now at this point, I mean, if Brazil hasn't picked it, I'm pretty sure they're just not going to pick it. But Japan, left with not really a whole lot to work with. Free Mod 1 is arguably the map that is most in favor of Brazil, besides DT4, in my mind at least. Still haven't touched any of the hiddens yet. Keep in mind, there's 1 no mod left, which I said earlier, I don't think anybody is going to want to pick just because of how difficult it is.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
And yeah.
There's a lot of pretty crazy maps in here, I'll tell you that.
I think Japan is going to need to dip their toes in hidden and play some risk picks if things are going to go their way. But
honestly, out of all the hidden, I think hidden 1 is definitely the play here. Alright. If I was in Japan's shoes, I'd be eyeing hidden 1.
I think Brazil has, overall, throughout this match, done better on their hidden players on the free mods than Japan has. I mean, given Japan's only hidden player has been Dectopia, and they're gonna call the tactical timeout. They're going to need to think long and hard about this one. Yeah, I really don't know what I would pick if I were them. This is just not a good place to be.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rest of the pool. Yeah, you're right. There's not really too much room for Japan to really work with. I'd like to say if they were to choose the tech map, Nomad 4, alright, maybe things could look better. I mean, that map is just brutal overall,
that's
but
scary,
it's really
especially
just a coin flip.
Seeing what Mouse Easy just did on a map with the crap ton of sliders.
All true. Goldfish memory kicking in.
Yeah. But all these hiddens are also just not very friendly for Japan's roster, in my opinion. Like I said earlier, I think Brazil has a slight advantage in hidden overall, but then again, they haven't picked anything from the hidden pool, so maybe they have some individual weakness on a couple of these maps that Japan can exploit, but they don't have any room to experiment with here. They lose one, it's done, they're eliminated from the tournament. And of course, I don't think they're going to touch DT4 with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, yeah, things are not looking good. Because even if Japan manages to win whatever map they pick, Brazil is just going to take things away. It's checkmate. At least it seems like it. If Japan manages to bring it back to tiebreaker, oh my lord, dude, that'd be huge. But I feel like
they're going to go for free mod 1. That is arguably the safest pick left for them in this pool. But even then, it's not really an optimal pick for them. Like I said earlier, Brazil with Mouse Easy and Nissan, a deadly duo on low AR no mod. And this map is low AR no mod if you choose to play with no mod.
The density on this map is absolutely insane. Some objects may seem pretty slow, but they are fast, really fast. Also, the overlaps. You don't really want to mess with them.
Well, really wasn't a whole lot else to go in with. Japan is just going to have to cross their fingers, and keep in mind, even if they do win this one, they're going to need to win 2 more picks, one of which is going to be Brazil's, in order to take this to tiebreaker. And if they want to win, then they need to win that as well. But, silver lining, if they can get to the tiebreaker, I think overall they've demonstrated that their raw aim has been superior to Brazil's throughout this match. So they do stand a fair chance at winning that if they can get to it. They can only hope, though.
Japan's taking some extra time to figure out their final player for their lineup. This might actually be the first map that Varvalian doesn't play in.
Nope.
Nope. And
Yep, I think Varvalian is probably going to be the Hard Rock anchor for this map yet again. Basically the same story as every other map. I think just Rollpan subbing for Dectopia on Hidden is probably what we're going to be seeing here. And over on the Brazilian side, as you would expect, Nissan Mistia, according to Maluko, probably going to be running the Hard Rock, and Tusk probably going to be running the Hidden. Actually curious to not see Mouse Easy in for this one, given what he just did to Japan on the last free mod.
Maybe he's just trying to cool down, dude. He just went
That is
Brazil
possible.
mode.
He also might be warming up for something like DT4, so in the event that they do lose this, they'll be ready right away to go straight on into speed, which is literally the exact opposite of this map.
Japan's got a way to go. If they want to bring this back, they're going to have to fight. We could see the end of them here, but I have high hopes.
Fingers crossed. If you are, that's risky. Eiger and Varvalian running double Hard Rock on this. They are overmodding. Rollpan with the Hidden, and Hyphen the only person on no mod for Japan. Over on the Brazilian side, Mistia and Nissan with no mod, as you would expect, according to Maluko and Tusk with their respective mods.
Yeah, there's no way that those misses are real. We're chilling.
Oh, Varvalian is real. Oh yeah, this is. Ooh, little shaky start. Eiger and Varvalian finding misses, but Nissan finds one in response.
This map is fairly short, only 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We do see combo starting to stabilize. No
Yeah, but
real clear advantage to any team.
Things are going to pick up real soon here, and just like that, Misty and Korean Maluko finding 2 breaks. Everybody
Those
on
are
Japan
big.
holding. That is going to be exactly what Japan needs to stay in this match. Misty finding another break. Still half of the map, more than half of the map to go, but they
Still
can
they
work
can't
off
relax.
of this combo advantage. Yep, they need to be on top of their toes for this whole thing if they're going to take it. But Nissan finding a break as well. This is good news for Japan.
This
Tusk,
is amazing.
now the only FC remaining on Brazil.
Tusk is the only remaining combo, full combo, but Japan is still
Ooh.
leading. Wait,
Hyphen
wait,
and
what's going on?
Rollpan finding misses. Eiger finds a miss. It's just Varvalian with the combo now.
Japan is falling apart. What's
He's
going on?
more or less being matched by Korean Maloko and Mistia at this point.
Tusk is gone though. That's the massive combo. Varvalian's still leading in with a 500 combo, which is absolutely massive for Japan. But this is risky.
I don't know. They might be fine here because
Wait,
the
Nissan
score
just
gap
broke.
was so huge. And just a little field trip. Eiger going to be playing some solo for a little bit here, but back to your regularly scheduled programming. Korean Maluko going to find a break, and that is going to be bad
That's
news
it?
for Brazil. Yep, Varvalian. Oh, Varvalian finds a break. He shook off the slider. It's just Mistia with the combo across the board. The highest combo, 500.
Nissan not too far behind, 400 combo.
Yeah, this is going to be close, I think. Still about an eighth of the map to go, and if Brazil can hold on to their combos here, I think there is enough time to take it. Less than 150 score gap between them, but Nissan finding another break. I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's going to be enough time. Tusk found a break as well. It's just Mistia now with the combo, and he is completely countered out by the Japanese players. Japan is going to survive one more map.
Oh my lord. It seems like their timeout really paid off.
Yep.
Their
Strategic
opt for
pick
free mod 1 definitely was
worked
the right
well,
play here.
but they still are not out of the woods yet. It's Brazil's pick now, and the pool is dwindling. That's all the free mods gone. They're going to need to go out of their comfort zone if they're going to make it through. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. we're gonna have to see one of these hiddens or this no mod if Brazil doesn't pick this DT right here, right now. And even if they do pick it, not 100% sure that they would win at this point.
Well, now Brazil's back in the driver's seat. They have a map to choose, and they have quite a few options, arguably. Which is not a good thing for Japan.
Although there is a lot of pressure on them at this point in time. This is going to be their last pick. If they lose this one, Japan will have an opportunity to pick the last map of the match to take it to tiebreaker. So they're going to need to spend this wisely. Given what we've seen throughout, I don't think they would be fully comfortable with picking something like No Mod 4. But then again, Mouse Easy's kind of a beast. So, yeah, they might just end up picking solely based off of what he thinks he can do at this point. And they're going to opt to take out their tactical timeout as well.
Yep, they're taking things slow. Even though they are leading by 2 points still, they want to make sure that they make the right call here to give them the best chances of wrapping this match up.
Yep, this is all very exciting.
Overall, this match alone has been amazing so far. So close. So close.
Yeah. Let's do some theory crafting here. So, my theory earlier that Brazil is not picking DT4s, not that they want to save it for an emergency, but more so because they're not comfortable on it, I think. By now, this is their last chance to pick it. If they didn't pick it right away, I don't think they're going to pick it at all, quite frankly. Still, the hidden pool, completely untouched throughout this match. We've seen hidden only on the free mod players for both sides. I think Brazil, though, sprinkled throughout with Nissan, Mistia, and Tusk playing hidden on the 3 free mods. Could be wrong, could be misremembering things, whereas Japan's only really got Rollpan and Dectopia. So, on paper there, Brazil probably stands a good chance on one of these hiddens, but then that brings into question which one.
I don't know about you, but I've still been eyeballing No Mod 4. I mean, Mouse Easy definitely popped off on Free Mod 3, the slider map, but I would argue that Free Mod 4 is arguably pretty different, alright? Lots of slider streams, alright? Which could slip up players. Definitely a lot more tech-oriented, but it seems like Brazil's going to pick it anyway.
Yep. Alright, Brazil not willing to risk it on the DT, nor on the hiddens. They're going to try to play it as safe as they possibly can to something familiar. They're going to pick No Mod 4, but this map is really something else.
Of course, I didn't see Mouse Easy in the lobby already.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever see this in a tournament at all, and here we are 6 months later, and it's been in 2. So, I don't know, poolers these days are kind of wild. You'll see what I mean.
It's only final stage as well, dude. This map is insane.
Yep. As for Japan's response to this, I think it's more or less what we've been seeing all along. I think we're going to be seeing Dectopia, Eiger, Hyphen, and Barbalian. And over on the Brazilian side, we're actually going to be seeing Mistia and Nissan hit the bench, perhaps preparing for whatever Japan might pick next if they win this one.
Dude, okay, so I know like the odds are stacked against Japan. I know Brazil is basically like a massive powerhouse on this map, but I don't want to rule Japan out of this.
Are you
like,
sure?
I feel like they have a chance on this team.
Are you sure Brazil's a massive powerhouse on this map?
I mean, okay, all right. We've seen what Mouse Easy did. All right, Mouse Easy is definitely going to be
this
like
is something. This is different, you know?
Right. That's what I'm trying to argue here. All right, this map is absolutely insane. I feel like that this could be one hell of a coin flip. All right, and if the coin flip lands on Japan, I think this match has the potential to go to tiebreaker. I would want to argue that.
This match definitely has the chance to go to tiebreaker. Japan has shown that they are at the same level as Brazil, and they can compete on these remaining maps, but we're just gonna have to wait and see until they get there.
But this map's brutal. There's so many places to break.
Yeah, this is looking shaky from both sides, honestly. We see Iger actually subbing out for this one in place of Rollpan. And, oh, this is just a really weird lineup from Japan, in my opinion.
Here we go. The rosters have been secured.
Alright, and here we go into potentially the final map of the match. Brazil's final pick at the very least. See what they can make happen here. I think with this map, it's going to be very obvious who is comfortable and who isn't. This map is really just consistently difficult throughout, in different ways though. And you can see already starting off with massive sliders, slider streams, and actually everybody's still holding on decently well.
No one breaks on the first slider stream.
Ooh, that's going to be Rollpan though, finding a slider break. Tusk with one to respond, however. Still neck and neck here. Varvalian finds a break. That's going to be 2 FCs left for Japan versus Brazil's 3. Yeah, Brazil's looking comfortable, but Korean Maluko is going to find a slider break, and we're going to get into the streamy parts where Mouse Easy finds a break. Now 2 FCs remaining on the Japanese side. Hyphen and Dectopia still holding on. They're going to need to make this count as much as possible, but Hyphen finds a break.
Oh my lord, Rollpan also matching up.
Yep, it's just Dectopia versus Louise now. And Dectopia finds a break. It's just Louise with the combo now. Still half of the map remaining, but there are no combos left on the Japanese side. Barely any combos on the Brazilian side for that matter, but Louise still holding on to that full combo is going to be the game changer here. 150,000 score separates the two teams.
Things are looking dire for Japan. Louise with the massive combo, full combo. Meanwhile, Japan struggling to even maintain a combo right now.
Yeah, but this map gets really hard right here. That pressure is going to be mounting on Louise, and he does find a slider break on the slider stream. Still 200,000 between the two teams. Enough time for things to go back in favor of Japan, but the combos are still not there. Rollpan on 370, and Varvalian more or less the same, but their accuracy is suffering. We've seen this time and time again, but the combos are actually dropping on Brazil. It's in favor of Japan now. If they can hold on through this last quarter of the map, they can take this one.
Varvalian's combo came back. Japan has 2 combos.
They're slowly bringing it back. 100,000 and counting. Rollpan does find a break, though. It's just Varvalian with the major combo now as we enter the last 8th of the map.
2 breaks from Brazil.
This is going to be extremely close. All eyes on Varvalian and Hyphen.
It's a tug of war.
Less than 30k now, but the map is almost over if Varvalian finds a break here, and he does. I don't... There's enough time. Hyphen's still holding onto the combo. I think he's got it. And yes, he does. Japan survives by 10,000 points.
Oh my lord. What did we just witness? Monko, what is this?
Oh my lord. And just like that, the pick does not work out for Brazil, and they find themselves on the back foot. Japan now 1 point away from securing the tiebreaker on their own pick. Oh my god.
I'm literally speechless. I don't even know what to say about this. It was a roller coaster. An absolute roller coaster. Luis had an absolutely massive combo at the beginning, but he drops on the slider stream, the second slider stream at the end. Varvalian coming in clutch. What I thought was a dire situation for them, but was actually just a client mistake. His combo just suddenly just came back, and then he just rolls with it. That was insane, dude. That was absolutely insane. What a match.
As crazy as that was, still not out of the woods for Japan, yet they are going to need to win at least one more, and they are all out of comfort picks now. Just TT4 and the 3 hiddens left on the board. The hidden pool still untouched. This is possibly the hardest pick they're going to ever make in their tournament careers.
And this pick is going to determine whether they take it to tiebreaker and have a chance, or be eliminated from Osu World Cup 2020. It all rests on this.
Back to theory crafting. There is no theory to craft. I have literally no idea what Japan would do in this situation. There is nothing that favors them. That being said, nothing really favors Brazil either. It's literally flip of the coin. Just gonna have to pick something and go with it.
I'm still eyeballing Hidden One, dude. Hidden One has to be the play here, bro.
Possibly. I think Hidden One. Okay, no, Hidden Two. There we go. Approach rate, low AR Hidden.
Low approach rate, insane rhythms, overlapping patterns, distant snap. Oh my goodness, dude, this map.
This is going to be something else here. Surely Delis will come in for this one. A-Blue is already in, as is Dectopia and Rollpan. Over on the side of Brazil, definitely going to be seeing Mouse Easy, Nissan, and Misty on this one. I'm sure of it. Actually, maybe not. Maybe some other players have something to say about this one. But this map is going to be very difficult. If you've never seen this map, you're in luck, because this map is crazy.
Yeah, this map is insane. All right, I took a look at it during the showcase, and I'm like, oh my lord, my eyes.
Yeah, it's going to. This is one of those maps where you can't just play because you play low AR Hidden. You actually need to learn this even if you play this thing all the time. There's strange patterns, overlaps, you name it, awkward aim. And we're going to be seeing from Brazil kind of a unexpected roster in my opinion. Surely Nissan comes in for this one, yes, and he does. But we're going to be seeing Dada, Tusk, Mouse Easy, and Nissan. That's the first time this lineup has come up, I believe. And Japan, like I said before, rolling with some of their veterans and Delis and Rollpan.
Dude, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm so excited.
All coming down to this now, and if Japan can take it to the tiebreaker, there's one more. But until then, just gonna have to see what Japan can make happen here.
I feel like this is like the most exciting part of every single match, when it really does come down to these last couple of picks where you honestly don't know who's going to take it. There's no real like determining factor that you can really see just off of the stats. You really just have to be there and watch, and that's what we're about to witness right here.
Yep. Okay, into the final map we go. Japan's pick. Hidden 2.
What does Vamos mean?
I think it means let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Hidden 2, the final pick from Japan.
Oh, what is happening to Nissan? He is not playing the map. I think we're going to be seeing an abort here. I'm not really sure what's happened to him. Surely we're seeing an abort.
Wow, Japan is popping off right now, dude. This is insane. Could we be seeing tiebreaker right now? I'm just kidding.
Okay, I think we're getting the abort. Yep. I think Nissan had some technical difficulties there. All good. It's gonna restart a couple things, but yeah, that's kind of nerve-wracking for that to be happening and potentially the final map of the tournament. Of the tournament for some of these players, for half of these players, but. Yeah, we're all back now.
It's already bad enough to have nerves and your mentality fighting against you. You don't want to have your hardware failing on you as well.
Brazil keyboards.
Brazil keyboards.
Yep, false start, no problem. In we go again, as we saw, sneak preview. Looks like everybody is more or less comfortable with this. This is one of those maps where if you're not good at this kind of thing, it really stands out. It's really tough just all across the board to find any combo at all.
Yeah, you can pretty much tell if a person isn't prepared. For a map like this, you really have to grind it out. Even if you're naturally talented at hiddens or you're prepared in the overall genre of low approach rate stuff, this is a map where you still need to give it its time.
Okay, and starting things off, already a couple of early breaks. Mouse Easy, Misty, Delis, and Rollpan finding breaks in the first 100 combo. Potential sign of things to come, but still, 3-minute long map, plenty of time for anything to happen.
I will tell you, I doubt any of these players really expected to play this. I don't think any of these players wanted to play this map.
Definitely not. It was the final map that came out in this tournament, in this match, and actually combos are starting to fall for Brazil. Tusk and Mouse Easy finding a little bit of difficulty here in the first quarter. Nissan the only FC on Brazil.
A-Blue dropping.
A-Blue does find a break. Okay. So far so good. Still very even, but Nissan dropping his combo. That is bad news for Brazil. Mistia now the highest combo of Brazil, and it's not even a full combo. Medelis finds a miss as well. Dectopia, now the only FC remaining on the board. Rollpan with the early break is now up to 400 combo, countering out Mistia, but he finds a break as well.
Ooh, it's Dectopia
okay,
versus
things
Mistia.
are going to get really tough here. Here's the rhythmic section, the part that if you're not prepared for, you're bound to slip up on. But looks like everybody is having a perfectly fine time here.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the streams are the scariest part, dude.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Combo advantage slightly in favor of Brazil, actually, off of the back of Mouse Easy finding 400 combo now.
Just
still half of the map.
Recovering, though.
Yeah. Score lead is slightly in favor of Brazil. Tusk finds a break. It's really down to these few high combos on Dectopia, Mistia, and Mouse Easy. Keep your eye on those as we approach the stream part of the map. Oh, Mouse Easy does find a break. Matching Delis. It's just Mistia now. Oh, he finds a break. That's huge. That's huge. Last third of the map, and Dectopia now the only high combo left on the board. Rollpan and A-Blue up to 400 now. Everything is in favor of Japan, but here comes the hardest part of the map, and everybody on Japan is hitting it without any flaws.
Strings are coming in. The sliders.
Delis is starting to falter, but A-Blue, Rollpan, and Dectopia all hold. Last quarter of the map, and 200,000 score lead in favor of Japan. All the combos in their favor. I think we're going to tiebreaker.
I think you're right, dude. With just a quarter of the map left, this massive combo on Dectopia is really securing Japan's lead.
Rollpan does find a miss, but Dectopia, man of the match right here. 1200 combo, almost FCing, last eighth of the map, and there is no response from Brazil. There is absolutely nothing they can do at this point in time.
Not to mention A-Blue supporting combo in the 800s now. That's insane.
Now that is a reading player. Oh my god, we're actually going there. We're going straight to tiebreaker. Against all odds, Japan is going to bring back, what was it, 3 points in a row or 4?
A-Blue finally breaks, but it
was 3.
But it's pretty much...
Oh, he thought a slider break. No, he didn't FC. But it didn't matter. That was the play. Japan winning that one by a monstrous 500,000, securing them the tiebreaker, and surely everybody is going to go prepare for this now.
Oh my goodness. It actually happened. Japan versus Brazil. Tiebreaker.
Oh my god, Japan is working with some very heavy momentum here, having won the last 3 picks in a row. Can they make it a 4th to take home the victory?
I'm trying to think this through right now, alright? This tiebreaker, around 230 BPM, alright? It's not really too, like, fast, I would argue. But for a tiebreaker, it definitely is leaning towards that sort of consistency, where that speed is definitely going to push against that. But there aren't really too many, like, 230 BPM streams or bursts. There's a couple of them, but it mainly focuses on, like, 1/3 streams. It's mainly just the aim. I feel like this really just pushes aim.
I feel like this is just going to be a raw aim battle for the most part, and you've seen the whole match. They've played almost every map in the pool. So far, I think Japan has pretty solidly demonstrated that they have definitely got a slight edge in terms of raw aim over Brazil.
Not to mention Brazil banning both Hard Rock 1 and Nomad 1, the aim maps in the pool. We can only hope that that was because they knew that Japan had either an advantage or, God forbid, that they're in an aim deficit.
Yeah, but you have to keep in mind, Brazil is not shy on aim at all. Nissan, Mouse Easy, they've got a lot of aim players, but whether or not they can perform under pressure as well as these the Japanese players have, that's another question.
I think that's a huge one to hit on. The pressure that's in this match right now. From an outsider perspective, it's cool. It's super cool. But when you're in the match, when you're in the shoes of Japan or Brazil, they are in the losers bracket of OWC 2020. Whatever happens after this map right here, your performance in this match is going to literally make history on whether or not your team progresses through. If you lose, if your performance falters, your team is eliminated. That's the type of pressure that we're dealing with. That's the type of pressures that these players are in right now.
Yep, and really, this is all it's going to come down to. Doesn't matter what happened in the rest of the match. Whoever wins this map is going to take it all home. We do finally see Brazil's lineup come out. Mausizi, Korean Maluko, Mistia, and Nissan, arguably the best performers in this match and throughout the tournament as a whole, in for Brazil versus Japan's finest raw aimers. Iger, Hyphen, A-Blue, and Barbalian. Without a doubt, some of the best aim in that country. But can they match up to Brazil? We shall see.
Okay, we've done our predictions. We've done our sort of analysis. There's only one thing left to do. That's to see the match unfold. See this pick unfold. It seems like both teams have finalized their rosters. Japan, Barbalian, A-Blue, Iger, and Hyphen. On Brazil's team, we have Nissan, Mistia, Korean Manuko, and Mausizi. Many players returning. Many players that we've seen throughout this match. Core players, as I would argue. But it really all comes down to this last map, tiebreaker, here in OWC, loser bracket finals. This is it, dude.
This is it. And here we go. Nobody modding, nobody is crazy today. Or maybe everyone's crazy today. I don't know. It has definitely been an exciting match. I think probably one of the most exciting that you're going to see this weekend, if not in the whole tournament. But starting things off, already a shaky start for Japan. A-Blue and Hyphen finding early breaks, but Korean Maluko finds one as well. Of course, these breaks in the end aren't going to matter in the slightest. This map is very long.
Yep, 5 minutes and 24 seconds. That's the official time. But early breaks, who knows? Maybe they're tactical breaks. Maybe they realize, okay, the pressure's down at an all-time high. Maybe we go ahead and relieve some of that pressure right now, you know?
Yeah, but that is a lot of pressure being relieved right now if that's the case. Brazil already down to 1 FC on Nissan. Iger dropping his combo is going to flip things for Japan as well. Barbalian and A-Blue, the only FCs. Actually, A-Blue is not FC. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just Barbalian. Barbalian versus Nissan.
They're close enough, man.
Yep, as you can see, this map really picks up. Truly a raw aim battle, and there goes Nissan. That's no full combos left on the side of the Brazil. Korean Maluko also finding a break. Mausizi finding a break. It's just Mistia now. This is not looking good for Brazil at all.
Wait, that's actually insane.
Of course,
Japan.
Keep in mind, still plenty of map remaining. But like we said earlier, Japan really, in terms of raw aim, they have shown that they are extremely capable of doing well on a map like this. And they are definitely demonstrating it right now.
Something to point out as well, all right? These early breaks, all right? There's definitely a lot of time left in this map, but this map is very consistent in difficulty. Very, very consistent. It's basically just the exact same jump, the exact same burst, the exact same stream.
Jeez, there goes A-Blue and Barbalian. That's 2 high combos off the board for Japan. It's now just Hyphen and Iger left to fend for Japan. But over on the side of Brazil, it's just Mistia with his 600 combo. I don't know, I smell some solo carry potential. What do you think?
I don't know, man. It's really looking like it. Hyphen with the 800 combo and counting, supported by Iger. Dude, if there was ever a map to really have a solo
it's
carry,
happening. It's happening. That's all the combos off the board for Japan. It's just Mistia with 750. However long he can make this is going to keep his team in this tournament.
Japan is still leading, but their lead is slowly being eaten away by Mistia. This is the slow section. Things are pretty comfortable for Mistia. We could see
it's going to be a matter of how much Mistia can make off of this combo advantage that he has for now. But this map is extremely hard. You can see it in his aim. And he does find a break. That's combos back in favor of Japan. Barbalian does find a responding break, but A-Blue, Eiger, and Hyphen all holding onto their combos. Korean Maluko and Nissan do not have much of a response. Still 100,000 in favor of Japan. Mouse Easy finding a break as well, and less than half of the map remaining for them to make things happen here. Things are looking good for Japan, but they're still not out of the woods yet. Hyphen drops his combo.
But A-Blue and Eiger has stabilized 500 combos and counting. Meanwhile, on Brazil, things aren't looking too hot. Every single player is struggling to find a consistent combo. Nissan being the only one at a meager 300 in comparison.
Oh, there goes all the combos. It's just Nissan now with nearly 400 combo into the last quarter of the map.
But now he drops.
Okay, now things are starting to get interesting. Can Nissan make this combo count? Right now, he's the only combo on the board. This is definitely the hardest part of the map, and he's hitting everything. He can slowly claw this back.
Now, if there was ever a time to step up, this is the time to do so. Nissan, now in the break, the highest combo in the entire lobby right now. They realize that Japan's in the lead. If Brazil wants to...
Oh,
Nissan,
no way!
No, you can't allow this to happen!
Nissan finds a slider break on the slow part. That is soul-wrenching. He has got to be kicking himself right now.
And with only a quarter of the map left, time is running out for Brazil. Japan, 4 200 combos. We're seeing a lot of score wipes right here, though.
Oh, things are shifting. It's Korean Maluko versus Hyphen. But time is running out, and things are still on the side of Japan in terms of combo and score. It's all down to Hyphen and Korean Maluko right now. Whoever can make their combo count here in the last eighth of the map is going to be the winner here. But time is running out for Brazil. If they want to make something happen, they're going to need something to happen on Japan's side.
And right now, it just doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Everyone on Japan is just so consistent on these types of maps. These jumps, it's no problem for them. Meanwhile, Brazil is finally starting to stabilize, but I think it's too late.
Hyphen does drop his combo, but there's not enough time. That's
Nissan
it.
Also matches up. Barbalian, Korean Manuko. But that's it.
That's it. Over. Brazil's gone. Japan has just won 4 picks in a row from match point to take themselves to the 4th place at the very least in the Osu World Cup 2020. That's it.
That's a wrap. Brazil is gone. Japan wins. Japan eliminates Brazil from the OWC 2020 losers bracket. Final stage. I can't believe this. I never expected this to happen.
Oh my god. You have to give it to these players. They've been here through it all. Brazil against the odds, against some of the strongest teams in the world, coming all the way up here to get themselves a top 6 finish in the US World Cup. And Japan, with their new players, for the first time in a very long time, entering the top 4 of the US World Cup at the very least. Wow.
I never expected this to happen. I didn't think this match was going to be so close. In the back of my mind, I don't think I ever expressed this. I thought Brazil was going to steamroll, dude. But Japan.
Yeah. Japan. It was down to the unexpected picks. Like we said in the beginning, I don't think Japan had very many picks to work off with at all. Like, they had no clear advantage on maps that weren't banned, but they made it work, and they took almost all of the 50-50 maps, really. And they're here. They're in the top 4, and tomorrow they're going to face off against Germany to see who can enter the top 3. But
absolutely insane performance from Japan. And I think we just got some stats in. This is the first time since 2014 that Japan has made top 4. Oh my lord.
Yep.
This is World Cup history.
And also, don't forget about Brazil. They've also made a record run for their country, getting the top 6 finish this year. But in the end, not quite enough to bring it across the finish line to get top 4. But nonetheless, they have made a statement. They are really good.
with this match coming to an end, all right, despite Japan having an amazing victory here, things are not over for them. As they are in the losers bracket, they will be facing off against, I believe, Germany now.
Yep. And that
They can't catch a break, man.
Not
They
going
cannot
to be
catch a break.
match you want to miss. Speaking of matches you don't want to miss, coming up next is the finals winners bracket showdown between the United States and Canada. North American battle. That's going to be happening in about 6 hours. And you're going to be in that.
That is correct. I am on the USA team. We've been doing a lot of preparations for this match. That's for sure.
Yep. Definitely
to-
don't miss that one.
I'd like to say that I'm pretty confident, but Canada has a lot of really awesome players on their team. All right. They have Azer, of course. All right. The veteran when it comes to OWC, who's been playing for literally years, but they have a lot of brand new talent that has shown themselves to be absolutely stellar when it comes to tournament play. Specifically Zudinator, I'd like to point that out. She's been performing absolutely insane throughout this entire tournament. I think this is going to be a great match.
Agreed. But
Again,
with that said, that'll be the end of this match and time for us to say goodbye, at least for another 6 hours. So signing
correct.
off here, I'm Monka2K.
I'm BTMC. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys back again in 6 hours. Have a good one, boys.